Wrestling Rampage here, back with another video.
Back with another video for you guys. And feel free that you guys can actually live tweet us during this Wrestling Rampage video that we're going to be doing. This is going to be the NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2 in 2016. This is going to be the prediction video. What this is it's going to be us predicting on who we think is going to win at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2. And you guys can feel free to join in on social media with going on Twitter and hitting entering our name at Wrestle Rampage. You can tweet us your predictions for each match at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2. So make sure you guys follow us on Twitter at Wrestle Rampage. Hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Wrestling Rampage 2. And I guess without further ado, I guess we'll go ahead and get started with this. NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2 prediction video. This is going to be it's going to be held August 20th, 2016, a day before
SummerSlam.
WWE Summerfest. SummerSlams, 2016. And tomorrow we're going to be doing the SummerSlam prediction video. So make sure you guys fall back tomorrow and look at that video. NXT Takeover is sponsored by Jolly Rancher.
Jolly Rancher.
You can go out and get you guys some Jolly Ranchers.
Watch NXT Takeover Brooklyn.
Watch NXT Takeover Brooklyn. It's going to be held at Brooklyn in New York at the Barclays Center. That was held at last year's Takeover and SummerSlam. We'll go ahead and we'll get started with our predictions. First match is going to be Amber Moon, who is going to be making her debut at NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2. And right now she's nobody has announced for her opponent yet. So to be announced later on, or I'm going to assume it's going to be like Billy Kay or Live Morgan or somebody like that.
Well, still, I'm going for Amber Moon. I'm looking forward to her debut.
Yeah. So Pops, Amber Moon or the to be announced girl that's going to be.
I guess I'll go with Amber Moon because I to be announced that could be anybody. It's probably going to be a jobber anyway.
I'm assuming so because that's what they usually do. They put that's what they did with Nia Jax. So I'm also going to go with Amber Moon. They've been doing vignettes on her. She seems pretty cool. Kind of like that medieval Mortal Kombat look. That's pretty much what she's going for. So I'm going to be interested in finding out who she is and what she can do in the ring.
Yeah.
Next match is going to be No Way Jose is going to try to get his revenge on the greatest man who ever lived in Austin Aries.
Well, No Way Jose ain't going to stand a chance with his doctor pants on and his all that dancing and all this. He ain't going to get no revenge. He can dance his way to a loss because that's the way it's going to be. And Austin Aries is going to make him tap out and shave that Afro Thunder off his head. So I'm going for Austin Aries.
Pops, you're going to go with No Way Jose? Is he going to get his revenge on Austin Aries, or do you think the greatest man who ever lived is going to pull out the victory?
I'm going with No Way Jose.
You're going to go with No. Do you not like Austin Aries or what?
I just don't believe that.
He is the greatest man who ever lived.
or is it the Covenants?
That's his opinion.
No way Jose's not even in his league.
Well, you know, it's like it's right here. You know, you got to beat a man down and make him in your league. So there you go. Now, you
don't stand a chance.
You can stand up to yourself and say, "I'm the greatest man that ever lived,"
Which is true, he is.
Which is totally a fabrication of his own mind, which
He is the greatest man who
which
ever
sometimes you can get your mind beat the fuck out, which I think is what's going to happen
lived.
here.
You're going for no way, Gyro Jose.
I'm going for him.
Best of luck.
Wow. So we got we're all unanimous on Amber Moon beating her debut. And I'm going to go with the greatest man who ever lived, Austin Aries.
I think you guys are wrong. I know he would be if I was facing him.
What?
Because I'd beat his fucking brains out and prove he ain't the greatest man.
He is the greatest man who ever lived.
All right. Well, we got one tag for no way Jose, because there's no way he's going to win this match when he's facing Austin Aries.
Dickhead.
Then we got a debut for Takeover.
Now, before you introduce this guy, can I do it?
Well, let me say first.
You can introduce his Ham and Egg opponent.
It's going to be Andrade Elmas taking on
Glorious. And let me tell you, it's going to be a glorious, easy win for Bobby Roode.
So we got
and guess what I'm going for? I'm going for glorious Bobby Roode.
And Andrade Elmas actually made his debut at.
Well, he ain't taking on no Ty Dillinger.
He did take on Ty Dillinger.
Hold on, he ain't taking on no Ty Dillinger here.
He's going to be facing the glorious one, Bobby Roode.
And you know what? He's going to show this punk
what Glorious is all about.
He's going to show him what Glorious is about. Bobby Roode is going to win this.
Pops.
Well, I knew Bobby Roode when the son of a bitch was in TNA. I never did like the motherfucker.
He's glorious.
The only glorious thing with it is like Austin Aries is in their fucking minds.
He's glorious.
So you're gonna go with Andrade Elmas?
No, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna go with this right here, instant right here.
You're going for Bobby Roode
Because he ain't got up to the big leagues yet. When the big league starts hitting that motherfucker, he's gonna sweat. He's gonna sweat big, and who knows? He may go back to TNA.
So who are you going for in that match?
You Bobby Roode?
I'm gonna go with Bobby Roode.
Listen, I think that it's going to be a glorious NXT Takeover in Brooklyn when Bobby Roode defeats Andrade Elmas.
To make you feel like your tag team partner in TNA, he may head back to TNA.
Listen, once you're on that lifeboat, you don't want to go back to the sinking ship.
Yeah.
His tag team partner did.
Well,
And who knows? Bobby Roode ain't smart. Ain't that smart either. To TNA.
Well, apparently TNA ain't that smart when they signed Billy Corgan as their fucking president of TNA.
He was well, just like I said, Bobby Roode ain't smart either. So there we go.
You know, I don't see what the fuck you have a member of the Smashing Pumpkins fucking music group as your fucking president, but that's for another video for another day. Next, we get it's going to be for the NXT Tag Team Championships when the first and only NXT Tag Team to be a two-time NXT Tag Champs in the Revival, Scott Dawson and Dash Wilder, when they take on a very formidable team where they actually had a match at the Cruiserweight Classic.
It was a good match. It
was
a great match.
One of the best matches with Cruiserweight Classic, up there with Cedric Alexander and Ibushi, with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
Well, let me go ahead here.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And tell you, the revival is going to beat Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano.
You really think so?
Yes. The revival is going to retain their NXT tag team titles. Come on, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa are not even in their league. Okay,
They showed the revival that they're in their league.
they're not even in their league.
But do you think when Johnny?
Here's what I think. Let me tell you what I
Do you
think.
think when Johnny
Let me
Gargano?
do this. I think the revival's going to retain the NXT tag team titles. Okay.
Mhm.
And Tommaso Ciampa is so pissed off that he lost to Mr. Wrestling here, to Mr. Johnny Wrestling here, that he's going to turn after the match is over.
Johnny Gargano
That's my opinion.
did beat Tommaso Ciampa in the Cruiserweight Classic
That's what I feel.
in a great fucking match.
That's what I feel.
I'm gonna go with the Revival still. I think they're one hell of a tag team, and I like their style, the way they do their thing. So that leads down to you, Pops. Who are you going to go for?
Revival.
Are you going to go with the tag champs, the Revival, or are you going to go with Johnny Gargano
and Tommaso Ciampa?
I'm going with Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa.
Really?
I am. Because here's one thing. You see, we've seen what they can do against each other.
Imagine what they can do against.
Imagine what they can do when they tag team together. It's gonna be
well, they have been tag teaming on NXT, and they have been a great tag team, Formula 1 tag team. So I'm looking forward to that match, to be honest with you.
I'm looking forward to seeing new NXT tag team champions.
And
there we go.
Speaking of champions, we get the NXT Women's Championship on the line when the undefeated Asuka takes on Bayley, who is a former NXT Women's Champ. So, who do you think? Who you guys gonna go for in that match?
I'm gonna have to go with Asuka.
To go with Asuka.
I'm going with Asuka here because she already choked out Bayley once. I guess she's going to have to choke her out again. I guess she didn't learn her lesson the first time.
But Bayley said that she's going to make sure that she's going to be the first ever two-time NXT
well, you can
Women's
dream
Champion.
all you want to there, Bayley. You know, you can have your little dream there, Bayley, but it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. Asuka, hands down.
Pops.
Go with Bayley.
You know with Bayley. Why?
I'm going to tell you why. Because Asuka's I love Asuka because I think she is talented as hell. But I'm going to go with Bayley because one reason I think it's time for Asuka to lose the title back to Bayley, and then Asuka gets it back again. Also make her second time.
Well, I think I'm going to go with Asuka. Because, you know, what it boils down to is Asuka has the moves. Bayley's good, but it just boils down to Asuka has the moves. I think Asuka's a little bit faster than Bayley, and I'm actually really excited about that match.
Yeah.
I am too, but just like I said, I think it's time for Asuka to lose it. She's had it for a while. I think it's just time for her to lose it back to Bayley, and the next meeting, Asuka takes it back. That's what I'm thinking. Right here's what's going to happen.
And with that being said, we got pretty much what set the tone for NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2. The main event of the evening, when it's going to be for the NXT championship, when champion Samoa Joe Knows Pain, is taking on the number one contender, Shinsuke Nakamura.
And Nakamura is going to show Samoa Joe being a pain.
All right, let me get done with this match.
Oh yes, yes.
So Samoa Joe has to.
This is going to be an
Who the
awesome
hell?
match.
Hold on. Samoa Joe has to defend against Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yes.
Well, so he's got to defend against the flavor of the month.
He's not the flavor.
He's the flavor of the month. He waltzes right in with his Michael Jackson walk. I'm thinking he deserves an NXT
Yeah, he's gonna do the
championship match.
moonwalk all over
Hang on,
Samoa
let me
Joe's
say
back.
something. No, I'm really being honest here.
I'm being honest with you.
You know, he come waltzing into NXT with his Michael Jackson walk and his mouthpiece and his red pants, thinking that's supposed to scare Samoa Joe. You know, that don't scare Samoa Joe. Come on, he already slayed the Demon Finn Balor.
Well, listen. Last week on NXT.
Well, last week on NXT,
Hold
he
on.
showed. Hold on, let me finish. Last week on NXT, he showed Nakamura what was going to happen to him.
Wow, at Mojo Rawley's
Mojo
expense.
Rawley wanted the fucking match. Okay, he got what he wanted.
Well, listen. This boils down to.
Yeah, but Mojo Rawley is not.
Yes.
You mean Nakamura?
That's what I said.
Here's the thing.
Mojo Rawley.
Let me finish here.
Mojo Rawley will
You can take
isn't and never will be Nakamura.
You
Can I
cannot.
finish?
You cannot take a jobber. A wrestler cannot take a jobber and say this is the guy. No, you have to beat the guy. You have to beat the guy. You can say all the time, "Hey, this is you." No, it's not going to be that way.
And let me finish.
For Samoa Joe to do that, he has to beat.
Let me finish. Okay, what Nakamura did, he did when security had Samoa Joe bind. You know, come on, he couldn't do nothing. Security was all over Samoa Joe, and he's gonna waltz in with his fucking moonwalk and his fucking red leather pants
Well,
and his. Hang on. When I saw NXT, he was taunting Samoa Joe.
Well, what I can
Won't the
see.
goddamn in-house security guards backed up and let Joe do what he wanted?
Well,
But no,
from what I
he
can
fucking
see,
held Samoa Joe back.
from what I can see, he
He
wasn't
didn't do nothing
pushing.
to Nakamura.
From what I can see, he wasn't pushing too hard to get through those security
Yeah,
guards.
he was.
He wasn't.
Yes, he was. I saw what I saw.
I think it's more of Samoa Joe's afraid of Nakamura.
Samoa Joe's not afraid of anything,
So okay,
especially Nakamura.
in the story, who you gonna go for?
Samoa Joe, hands
Samoa
down.
Joe. He's gonna retain the NXT
He'll
champion.
retain the NXT
Nakamura.
title and be the flavor of the month.
Who you gonna go for? in the match?
Nakamura.
Pops is gonna go with Shinsuke Nakamura. Tommy's gonna go for Samoa Joe. I'm gonna go. I think it's about time for Shinsuke Nakamura to be the NXT champion. And I think
the flavor of the month, huh?
he's not the flavor of the month. And secondly, I think maybe this will be a feud that is like Samoa Joe and Finn Balor
Come on,
to
you
the point
already,
of they can have series of matches.
you already slayed the Demon Finn Balor.
If you go
Now he's
back,
got to slay the flavor of the month.
if you go back here,
He slayed.
And
He
watch
he
NXT.
slayed the demon at a fucking house show.
Did he slay the Demon in that cage match? I think he did.
You'll
And
see.
speaking of that, he's going to get the same fate at SummerSlam.
regardless of what Bobby Heenan here has to say about it, if you go back in it and you watch it, you'll see how much Samoa Joe wanted to get a hold of him.
Oh, he wanted it.
Yeah. All I seen him do was put the security guards in front of him.
Nah, he wanted it.
He's afraid of Nakamura, and you know it.
Nobody. Samoa Joe ain't afraid of nobody, especially Nakamura.
Well, he was afraid of Finn Balor.
Okay, to settle it all, to settle it over here, we're all gonna find out when they take over Brooklyn. Okay,
So
Yep,
make sure
you're gonna
that
see Samoa Joe retain.
we're gonna see this right here. You fans don't miss it because we're not.
no, we're not. NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2. It's going to be Brooklyn, New York at the Barclays Center. It's going to be live on the WWE Network August 20th, this coming Saturday.
And how much is that?
$9.99.
It is only $9.99. It's going to be free for new subscribers. But if you're a big fan of wrestling, you're probably not going to be a new subscriber. So make sure that you pay your $9.99.
But if you are a new subscriber and this is the first time, you're gonna get it for free.
You're going to get SummerSlam. You're going to get Brooklyn for free. So make sure that you guys tune in this Saturday to NXT Takeover Brooklyn 2 live on the WWE Network.
We're all going to be watching it. We're all going to be there.
Yes, we are.
Shooting for our favorite wrestler.
So make sure you guys check that out. Wrestling Rampage. Make sure that you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/WrestlingRampage2. Make sure that you guys follow us on Twitter @WrestleRampage. Hit that subscribe button because we are going to be bringing out some more videos. Oh, that's these half smiles and he's shaking these heads over here.
I don't know what he's doing.
Nakamura's taking.
Oh, shit's a little. Well,
Find out.
Well, before we get to a screaming match on here, we're going to go ahead and end this video right here. Wrestling Rampage is the cream that rises to the top.
Cream of the crop.
And nobody does it better.